We are doing an interview with you because you're facing some very serious allegations.
Correct.
Rape, human trafficking.
Yep.
And also because there's a great deal of concern about the things you say and the impact that they have on young people, on women.
I don't think the concern's about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Yo guys, my name is Senele and I'm back again with another video, and in this video here I'm just sharing my thoughts and what I've learned from Andrew Tate, and why I'm a big fan of Andrew Tate, and why I think every young man, or basically every man, young or old, should follow Andrew Tate, and even women. You understand? Our sisters out there, mothers out there, please go and subscribe and follow Andrew Tate's channels, and on Facebook, Instagrams, and just get to listen to his content and what he has to say and what he says and what he stands for. And trust me, what the media is selling us regarding Andrew Tate, most of that, actually not most of that, actually they're just selling us something that is fake. You understand? Remember, mainstream media doesn't like people who are against the matrix, people who are telling us the truth, people who are waking us up. You know, and Andrew Tate is one of those people. For me, Andrew Tate is one of those people. I'll give you a story, right? If you've watched a video where I was talking about my thoughts and my thoughts on smoking weed and stuff, if you haven't watched that video, please subscribe to the channel and just go watch that video there. And thanks to everybody who have subscribed to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video, please subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. And as I said, I'll give you a story about Andrew Tate, how it actually impacted my life, and how I've tried to change being impacted by Andrew Tate. I was a hardcore weed smoker, right? I won't hide it, I'll say straight up. You understand? I used to smoke a lot. I used to hang around people like who smoke a lot, you understand? Like I used to have like older people coming to my room, because I was renting a room somewhere in Durban. They used to come to my room and we hang out and we smoke, and it was nice, you know, it was fun, because I was still growing, I was young, as I'm still young. But you know, some of the things in life have to happen to you while you are still young. Please note, I'm not here to motivate anybody. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm just telling you what I've learned and how Andrew Tate impacted my life. You understand? So I used to smoke weed a lot. Mind you, I was still going to like university and stuff. Alright, so I had a lot of freedom, I had a lot of free time, but I was not aware of how to use my free time positively, right? And I remember this other day, I was in the library doing some other research on YouTube. I mean, not literally YouTube, but I was surfing the net, you know, and I was on YouTube. And this Andrew Tate video pops up, you understand? And the guy is there talking. It was like he was talking to his friend, but you know how Andrew Tate, man. If you don't know Andrew Tate, please, man, go watch him. You understand? And he was sharing his thoughts, and he was talking to the guys, you know, telling them how a young man has to raise up his standard and stuff. He actually said a young man has to go to the gym. Young men have to learn how to make money. Young men have to stand for themselves. Young men has to break out of the system, meaning the matrix, because he always referred to the system as the matrix, you know. And I was listening to this guy, sure, my mind was like, sure, it's true, we are stuck in the matrix, you know. Then obviously I started following him up, you know. He started a challenge where young men have to wake up in the morning, do some trainings, you know. It's all about work for him. Young men have to be positively minded and stuff. So obviously, me now, coming from where I come from, I'm from the slum, I'm from the hood, I'm from one of the worst places in Pietermaritzburg, and that is Guatemala. I'm very proud to be from there, by the way. Right? But obviously, when I heard the message, to me it was like, this guy is talking like some real things, you understand? And he had his cigar. And I remember watching this other video of Andrew Tate. He was showing people, you know, obviously he was taking us through, you know, his house using, you know, YouTube and stuff. So you got to see his life. You know, he shares his boxing life, how successful he is, and how he got there. You understand? And people like myself, coming from nowhere, I don't have anybody rich at home. I don't have anybody like giving us the blueprint of being a successful man. You understand? So I needed a guy like that. I need a guy like that to show me, actually, this is how I got here, and this is what you can do. He even has this other links where he'll take you to his courses, and so I haven't, you know, like I'm not just to endorse or promote and rotate whatever online courses and stuff. I'm just telling you how he impacted me, you know. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of guys who are following Andrew Tate, you know, and he has impacted young guys and girls positively. You understand? And I'm one of those guys. And mind you, the reason why I'm doing this video here, because of this latest interview that he did with the BBC guy after coming out from, you know, the dungeon where he was locked up. Where is that place? In Peru, I think it's in Peru or somewhere. I don't know, because politics, I don't follow mainstream media and stuff. But I follow Andrew Tate, you know, and he was in a dungeon locked there for like 6 months, so close to 9 months. And this guy and this lady, Sister Lewis from, I don't know, the BBC media staff came into Andrew Tate's house and started interviewing them. They were obviously pushing their main agenda as mainstream media, but because Andrew Tate, the guy played chess, man, you know how to move, you know how to move things, you understand? And there are a lot of videos on YouTube you can go watch. Remember, the internet will give you what you want. I want positive things, I study positive things. So obviously when I'm in the net, positive things will come to me. If you're in the internet and you want negative things will come to you. You'll support the BBC being against Andrew Tate. I'll support Andrew Tate and be like, hey, this was a good move, how you exposed them in that interview. If you don't get that, and if you don't understand how mainstream media works against people who are opening our eyes up, because a lot of people are sleeping, I was sleeping, but because of people like Andrew Tate, Patrick Bet-Davids, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, a lot of these guys, you know, from the US, you understand? I wouldn't say I have woken up, I'm just trying to wake myself up, because I'm aware of what's happening in the system and how all these things here plays out. Because of people like Andrew Tate, you understand? Andrew Tate, my man, I salute the guy, you understand? So back to the story, you know, as I was telling you, I used to be a hardcore smoker, you know, people coming to my room so that we can smoke and waste time. Then after being introduced to Andrew Tate, guess what? I had an afro. I went and shaved that afro. Shaved that afro. After that, changed the place where I was staying. I relocated to another place. I actually told my friends, hey guys, I'm quitting this thing here of smoking. They were like, Sanele, you'll never. Straight up, they said, you'll never. I said, okay. So the only thing for me that I had to do was, obviously, relocate. Find new friends, as what the guy Andrew Tate preaches. You have to get a group of people who are pushing, who are going forward. That's what I did. I went and I got a new place and I got new friends. And guess what? I stopped smoking. I started going for like training sessions. Obviously, I'm not a weight guy, you know, like I don't do weights and stuff. But obviously, there's, you know, like going for training or gym doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like lift weights and stuff. So I started doing football. I started being like focusing on football and like, you know, running, jogging and stuff. You understand? So I had to replace those guys with new guys. I had to replace the bad habits with the positive habits. I started training, you know, I started listening more of Andrew Tate. From Andrew Tate, I got introduced to other positive guys who are winning in life. You understand? So what the mainstream media is doing with Andrew Tate right now, they're demolishing and they're destroying his name. And for people like me who have been following Andrew Tate for a while, as much as there are videos in the internet where Andrew Tate was, I don't know, maybe it was jokes or something, but obviously as a human being, there are certain things that you do or say, you understand, which people, and I wouldn't say that everything that Andrew Tate preaches, I support it. You understand? There are certain videos of him where I watch and be like, you understand? Shouldn't be said that. You shouldn't have said that on camera. You understand? But the message that he preaches and what he stands for, trust me, I don't know if he did any wrong, you know, because the allegations where they're saying he raped and stuff. I don't know. I'm just here to talk based on what I know about him and how I view him and how I consume him. And for me, how he has impacted me. So I cannot sit down and be like, hey, let them, destroy. Because if one person watches this video here and gets introduced to Andrew Tate and hopefully get inspired and try to do whatever Andrew Tate preaches, guess what? I've done my job. Andrew Tate has done his job. It's all about positivity. It's all about us fighting the mainstream media. It's all about us fighting the propaganda that they're dishing out there. And there are a lot of people who are closed up. They don't understand what's going on. And they're like, hey, yeah, get Andrew Tate to prison. Let him face sentence and stuff. But Fetu, it's mainstream media. The same media that sells us different presidents who come with their own different agendas. It's the same mainstream media that will come and destroy you and me whenever we're successful. And I'm not here to say don't listen to them. I'm just saying let us wake up, let us open our eyes and learn what's going on. Andrew Tate, I salute you wherever you are. And please, man, please stay tuned on this case here because it's playing out. Remember, Andrew Tate is a chess guy. He's a chess guy. And somebody who understands chess and somebody who plays chess, you have to be very, very careful of them. And most of these BBC guys, what guys, they're just there with their own agenda and propaganda and they don't know what's going on because somebody behind the scene is just, remote controlling them. Hope I make sense, by the way. My name is Sanele, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. One love, one peace, and may God bless us. May God bless Africa. May God bless me. May God bless you guys. I love you all. Please subscribe to the channel.